welcome to My Perspective Podcast. This is episode 11. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We got a great show. We got Spider-Man on the show. Y'all didn't even know we had a special guest today. You know what I'm saying?
Spider-Man.
I'm TTRLA, man. You already know, man. Thank you for tapping in.
It's your girl. They call me PYT. Got the curls today. You feel me?
Yeah,
girl, the one and only Jamie B. Let's go. AKA Spider-Man. AKA Spider-Man. There you go.
That's your new thing. Every time you come on, we're gonna be.
The first topic is it an issue if women work too much and they're in a relationship and they work too much?
Is it an issue?
I feel like it depends on your goals and what do you have set. If you're trying to get a house, and you know how it is, PY living in LA, man, them houses is $1 million for one square inch. So exactly. I feel like it depends on your goals. Now, if you already cool and you established and you just working a lot, then you putting pride. Oh, you Beyonce now. Oh, I'm Beyonce.
I know what to do, y'all. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead. I know what to do now.
Okay, I feel like I said, if you got goals and you thinking you just got trained, what tunnel vision, then yes, baby, we trying to get this house. Let's work. I'll see you once a week. But if you just working just to work, a lot of people really do that. Work a lot just to have more money in their account, or they just addicted to working. But for me, if my girl and I know we established and we got some money saved up and you just working, bitch, you cheating. Oh. You over here doing some shit that you're not supposed to be doing. You got a work
insecure ass niggas. Oh, insecure ass.
You got a work husband. No, you know what? That's a trigger, because that's what happened to me in one of my relationships. But bitch, you cheated, right?
You just wanted that real schmeat. You can't be mad at her because she wanted the real schmeat, man. She already was on that. She just needed an opportunity and a little leeway to go ahead and get that schmeat up in her. I'm sorry.
Thank you, because it was a girl. But okay, so to me it's like, bitch, you cheating. You gotta know how it is. Yeah, my work husband, we just playing it. Then that work husband really turned into your little piece, and then boom, over cheating, saying she at work and she getting her cheeks beat. Yeah.
Oh. She at work in the Bama crushing her whole time. A Bama crushing her from the back. He giving her the Spider-Man.
With the plastic joint. With the plastic joint. With the silicone joint. Like, you over here doing something. But like I said, like, me and PY, we got goals. We trying to get a house. So yeah, go ahead, PY. Go ahead. Work a lot. I'm gonna work a lot too. But if you just working just to work, that's insane. That's ridiculous.
Cause see, me,
are you going vacation? You want to go to Italy? Yeah, if you have things set, go ahead, work all you can. But for no reason, oh, there you go, Beyonce. There you go, Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce. Stand up, let's get the fit, Beyonce.
Beyonce. I wish.
Girl, you better than you better than Beyonce.
I wish I was Beyonce.
Hey, if y'all on the Instagram, tap in with us, man.
So how I feel, I work a lot. Like, the previous job I had before this, I was working like 16 hours, like almost every day. 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. at night. Before that, like I told y'all, when I first moved in this place, I had 4 jobs, so I can keep my sources of income coming in.
Right.
Living in California, for one, you do have to work kind of harder, you feel me, because of the cost of living, the rent, the gas, the food and stuff like that, the entertainment stuff you want to do. But at the same time, like Jamie was saying, for me, there are things that I want to accomplish, like my teeth, right? Yeah. This $5,000 in my mouth.
I know.
$5,000.
Damn, 5,000 of them things.
5,000. You feel me? So it's like for me, I work because there are goals that I have set, for myself. So I work so I can make sure that after I pay my bills and everything, I'm still able to attain that. I'm able to have a savings and, keep my credit good and stuff like that. But there are some times that I do think that because I do work a lot, maybe I may not communicate as much, because I get off of work. I may shoot a text or we may talk on the phone, but sometimes I'm tired, because I'm doing this every day. Yeah. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm working at 5:30 in the morning. And then sometimes I'm working till 6. If I'm working an event, I'm working sometimes until 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and then got to go right back to work in the morning, get up at 4, back at 5:30. So I feel like sometimes I'm distant. I still try to do the things that, I need to do as far as like communicate. I make sure, I shoot you, hey, I go eat or whatever. If you're not here and I cook. But I'm just like, do guys have a problem or, could it be an issue in a relationship when somebody's working a lot?
I feel like, to be quite honest, I feel like at the end of the day, if both individuals
come on.
Go ahead, John. Hey, but at the end of the day, I feel like if two people are coming together, right, and they both have the mindset of being, if they are workaholics, when you're a workaholic, that's just what it is. That's just your mindset that you always want to make sure that you are doing what's necessary to keep money in your pocket and things that you like to do in position. So I think a conversation has to be had between the two people that maybe share that same mindset. I think it'll never work if you're somebody like, for a woman, if you're a woman is somebody that is a workaholic, I don't think it'll ever work out with somebody who is not a man, and far as a man, like, because a woman's aspirations and her mindset is forward thinking, and then you got a guy that's just, waiting for a handout or waiting for somebody to help them up or waiting for a woman to build them up and get them to that point. Nah, you got to really have a man that's already in that mindset of getting to the money. So that way, when y'all both come together, y'all can make some sacrifices with y'all work schedule. So that way y'all can come together. But I think any dude really complaining about a female working too much, unless you have like some factual information, like what Jamie was saying, you know what I'm saying, when homegirl was getting dicked down in a break room by homeboy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, so unless so you lost your joint to a dom? Damn.
A stud? Well, yeah, I guess,
Dom, damn. So a dom took your bitch. So in that case too, in the same situation. In the same situation, a dom taking your bitch, a man taking your bitch, same thing. Unless it's a signs there that she is talking to somebody else, or she's being mischievous at work, then I don't think a woman working too much is really an issue. It's really about the woman. So maybe some women get in a relationship so they can have these office boyfriends or girlfriends, so really depends on the person.
I know you asked like as far as men, but me personally, I feel like anybody, a man working too much, a woman working too much is just for what? You can't take this shit with you. You gotta enjoy it. You working all these hours, you stacking your money, and you can literally be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like you showing them little $2. Okay, so you literally be gone.
Actually, fat back bitch, it's $10.
Hey, I'm not fat back. I thought I was Spider-Man.
And all right, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
All right, Spider-Man.
Big back Spider-Man. So look, to me, it's like, if you saving for a house, okay, let's grind for 6 months and then let's for a month. I guess it's all about communicating, like Smile said, and it's all about taking time out, because you stacking this money for what? You could literally be dead. Like you working 16 hours every day is insane.
I don't do that no more, but no, I don't do that no more, but if it's like when it's event season, because y'all know where I work. So once award shows and stuff start happening, then sometimes I'm doing like 15, 16 hours days.
And I'll respect that. If you would respect that. Like, I know this season is slow, so she not really working like that.
Yeah.
Season, she gonna be working crazy. So I will respect that. But you working every day from slow season, 16 hours to seasons where award shows and all that, then you working 16, 18 hours is like, damn, when you gonna spend time with me? When you gonna have time?
Yeah, you can feel neglected.
If you know how to balance it, then it works. But if you can't balance it, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta be able to balance the workload. But that's also, that's also I'm gonna give you some spotlight. That's also, it also has to be a shared type of work situation too. So some people jobs doesn't require that many hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then try to do something spontaneous. See, people now don't be thinking outside the box. Me, you know what I'm saying? When I had a female that was working really long hours, like PY, what I would do is, her type of job, I could pop up. So I pop up, you know what I'm saying? I even maybe if I get off work, I'll try, because she did the little Amazon joint, so I can leave and do the Amazon with her while she working, you know what I'm saying? So it's really about you making the type of sacrifices, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, really.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that too.
Yeah.
But why that you can't, like, PY, you can't just pop up to her shit and just hang out. Like,
what?
How would you?
If I had a woman, we gonna have that already. They gonna already know the type of vibe I am. I'm popping up. What you talking about? I'm popping up.
Police.
And you said I'm insecure. And you said I'm insecure.
Not popping up. Like, if I feel like we should have more time together, and you telling me you always working, okay, then I'm popping up. If your job, if you cool with me coming to your job, and I'm just saying I'm popping up just like that. No unannounced. I'm saying if you cool with me coming to your job, then fuck you mean. I'm coming up there. Your co-worker's gonna know me.
I feel that.
Hell yeah.
They know you, and they gonna know her work husband.
They gonna know the work husband. I don't get. Hey, look, if a nigga like my bitch while she at work, I bet you on me, the nigga gonna show me the utmost respect, and he ain't gonna cross that line. Fuck is you talking about? Nigga, keep that shit.
But that work husband stuff, that I ain't never did that. That's no, I don't play them type of games. I've seen people do it. I've seen people partners come up there and it go down. So yeah, nah, baby ain't got to worry about that at all.
Shout out to PY, and shout out to her dude not having to worry about the work husband. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to me.
Man, shut your big man. Spider-Man, don't piss us off today.
So the next topic, all these artists are now coming out. You know, Angie Stone, rest in peace. She came out before she died, and she was talking about her Universal Music. She found out they were stealing, millions of dollars from her. Iggy Azalea on Saturday, March 15th, she was on Twitter and she was saying that she's been in an ongoing legal battle with Universal Music Group for like the last few years, like 2-3 years or so. And she was saying how she's never been paid, basically her royalties. She's never been paid from the music that she puts out. She talked about the money that she made them. They tried to negotiate with her manager an $18,000 deal. Of course, they turned it down because she's worth more than that, as far as I guess what she contributed at the time when she was putting out music. She said on Twitter that she talked to someone or talked to people about Universal Music, and they were saying that that's the initial offer that they give you. They end up settling for like 150 million, whatever, blase. But she's saying that, I'm going to keep fighting this. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to be silent. The artist, a legend, George Clinton, y'all know Funkadelic.
Yeah, Funkadelic nigga.
He came out and now he's saying that he's fighting for his catalog. He's fighting for his publishing. I'm not necessarily sure if it has anything to do with Universal Music, but he said that his manager, he found out, stole 90% of his catalog. And
damn, 90%?
90% of his catalog. And he got hits.
How you recoup that shit? How you recoup that type of money, man?
Jim Jones found out. I was looking today, going through my research, and Jim Jones now, he's come out and he's saying when he signed his first deal, he didn't realize that he was signing away all of the rights to his music. So all these years later, Jim is like in his 50s or something.
Damn.
And now it's like, oh, bro, now I want my masters. I want the rights to my masters. So it's like these artists. What's up?
Watch something happen. What's his name? George Clinton.
George Clinton.
Watch something happen to Iggy Azalea. These people don't want to pay. They want to own us forever. Like they want to steal. But my thing is, it's like, especially Iggy Azalea, like, or any artist, like, how do you not know that money is getting taken away from you? Like you're not hands-on. One thing about one of your favorites, Michael Jackson, he was hands-on with everything. Think about Michael Jackson, he was hands-on with everything. Like he knew what was going on. There's a lot of artists that's hands-on. So my question to you as an artist, like, how do you not know that somebody's stealing from you, or you're not getting as much money? Are you just desperate enough to just want the fame, so you just sign your rights, your life away? Like I'm just confused.
You're desperate, and they know that you are. It's like a lion would prey. You feel me? They see that these people are vulnerable. These people don't have anything at the time when they sign them. When they find them, these people, they broke. They not, millionaires and billionaires. They not living the best life. So it's like, I'm a dangle, you feel me, something in front of you. And if you bite, let's go. And that's what these people have done. Myself personally, because I'm a Michael Jackson fan, and I thank God that when I was younger, my mom put me in so many seminars and signed me up for so many workshops, so I could learn. Shout out to my mama. So I could learn, you feel me, the music business. So it's like, for somebody like George Clinton, I could see that happening only because he came out in the 60s, 70s or something like that. It was a lot of artists, that were being robbed. It was a lot of artists that were given slave deals. And because a lot of artists were so focused on making the music, some of them had drug habits. They weren't paying attention to these people. You making all this money. You're paying attention to what you're making, but you're not paying attention to what's being taken out. You're only seeing all the money multiplying. So to them, it's like, oh, I got $5 million. I'm not looking at the fact that next week, you feel me, it's saying I got 4.8. I'm not caring about that money because maybe I spent it. But somebody like Iggy, to get in a deal after all these artists, TLC and everybody have come out, it's too many biographies. It's too many stories.
Exactly.
Behind the Music, MTV used to have Behind the Music back in the day. I used to watch that religiously. It's so much information out there for you not to get in a slave deal. Yet and still, these artists today, they continue to do it.
Is it because these Bama's not reading with, like you said? I don't understand. Like, if you are somebody like Jim Jones, for example, okay, Jim Jones did not read his contract. He trusted the white man. He trusted the Jews or whoever the fuck was.
He trusted Cameron. He trusted Koch. They were signed to Koch Records. Koch Records, what they did was, and labels have done this, an independent label will sign you to their label, or say, that you're being signed to their label. And they will go behind you and they will go make a label deal with a bigger label. You don't benefit off of it. They benefit off of it because it's a deal that they worked out for themselves, not so much with the artist in mind. So as far as he's concerned, what I read was they were signed to a label. The label got signed to a bigger label. And basically the contract they signed was they wanted advancements. They wanted basically money. Long as the label was giving them money and they were going to make future royalties, then it was like, okay, they weren't looking at the fact y'all don't have rights to this.
So they just doing it just off the arm of they man, like saying, look, I can get you a little deal. Maybe they man was like, shit, I need this deal, man. I'm willing to sign anything type shit. That's fucked up though,
That's what Iggy did, probably. That most likely that's what Iggy did. She
Because
just
didn't
wanted to get
T.I.
on.
sign Iggy? Didn't T.I. wasn't she under T.I. joint? So
That's
T.I.
Yeah,
robbed her?
unfortunately.
That's what I was
Unfortunately.
waiting to read, because I'm like, I know that she was like Hustle Gang. I'm not sure if she
Yeah.
was signed to his imprint, but I know that he was pushing her. He was behind her. So how did that, did he work out a deal to where you got messed over? Will his name come out in all of this? It wasn't in the article. She didn't talk about him on Twitter. She just primarily talked about Universal being the scummiest label on the earth. So
Black people just got to be more accountable with shit, man, because at the end of the day, life is a cycle, right? Everything, right, is repeating itself. Things have been repeating itself in the industry for years, and so for all of these talented artists not to really come together and make a coalition like Sam Cooke was trying to do back in the day of musicians where they know nobody is going to get fucked over, is just crazy to me. I don't know if it's the artists and the industry don't feel like they have enough capital, or maybe they feel like if they do try to start their own like big label like a Universal or a Sony, maybe they feel like white people or the Jewish people, no offense to anybody that's white or Jewish out there, but maybe they feel like those people who are non-blacks will destroy what they got going on. I don't know, but it just don't make sense to me.
they scared and they punks. Like last night, I did go back because of what you said. Like, why haven't Black people made no coalition? I went back. I looked at Sam Cooke again. Sam Cooke lived. It probably would have been another story. But
Yeah.
I went back and I was looking at when Michael Jackson in 2003. I don't know if y'all remember when he was in Harlem, New York. And he was doing all of the going to different places, and he was basically exposing the record industry. And he was saying how they take from Black artists, how they rape Black artists. And he was talking about how the white people, as far as breaking down contracts, and these artists are only making a penny on the dollar. And
Right.
he all the way back to Elvis, and he went all, and what I looked at was, this is the biggest artist, the biggest entertainer on the planet. Why none of these Black artists, y'all saying all this stuff now, but where were y'all when y'all had the biggest artists on the planet, owned 50% of Sony Publishing, owned everybody publishing, the Beatles, everybody?
The Beatles.
He had the power to actually change something. And you guys didn't get behind him and stand behind him. What they did was, okay, we finna throw another charge on him and we really finna make everybody back up. I just don't understand. All y'all, where was y'all at?
Yeah.
Jim Jones, all y'all, when he was in Harlem, New York. Malcolm X.
I feel like what happened to Michael Jackson. I feel like I feel the same way. So a lot of people are scared because at the end of the day, like you said, some are punks, some are scared, some is still, they getting that whoop. So they don't want to die, so they just scared. I feel like anybody, like any Black person, I'm not talking about Diddy. I know Diddy's situation, but anybody that wants to be in power, they always put something on them. Like Diddy was on a revolt. He was making moves. Now this is happening. Bill Cosby wanted PBS. Now this is happening. Sam Cooke wanted to do his own thing. That happened. Michael Jackson trying to put you guys on, educate you guys. That happened. Angie Stone saying, "Hey, where my money?" And she already, the tongue is the most powerful thing. She said, "If something happened to me, you know why? That happened." So a lot of people are afraid.
But see, they afraid. You know why people are afraid? Because they scared of man and they ain't got God in their life. Because if they have God in their life, they would be more willing to go against the grain of the industry, right? It's a lot of people out here fake believing in God. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody fake got this. Oh, I believe in God. No, because you moving in fear. Because if you believed in God, you wouldn't move in fear. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm
I was just
digressing.
about to ask.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. So, for example, my job right now, because of my discernment, right? I already knew that my job, the management company, was in a secret process of selling of leaving. They get somebody else to take over the community because their management company is not doing well, right? So I already peeped that. Now, yesterday we had all the higher ups. Well, Monday we had all the higher ups coming to the office and sit everybody in the office down and give us this fake bull jive about how they appreciate us and they selling they will no longer be the management company of the community come May 11th. Now, if I'm not a person that is of God and that believes in God wholeheartedly, I would be like the rest of my coworkers and my managers, stuck and lost and not knowing where to go. But I trust and believe in God, and so I know that because this is happening, something greater is going to happen for me, and so I'm not worried too much about getting laid off because I now have the skills from where I work to add to my resume, so that way I can take my skills somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like, you really have to trust and believe in God. Like, Black people, I feel like they don't really trust and believe that God is going to really do things for us. Like, if we really not anymore, right? Not anymore. I feel like if we really band up and we really put God behind us, like, we really won't be like scared for real. Like, I feel like we'll already know what to do because God will give us the steps in the way, like back in the day with Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King had a thought about how he wanted us to unify. You know what I'm saying? People may not have trusted in what he was doing, but they believed in God and they knew he was of God, so they trusted in God and they followed behind him. So
my topic is this is why, right? I wore the mask, right? This is why I wore it. Dijon Paul, aka they call him the Dark Rainbow.
The Dark Rainbow, he gay?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is why I wore it. I feel like people underestimate him because I don't know. I know a lot of people say that he's rude and they don't like how he grade. I just feel like he loves music, just like PY loved music. Like every time I interview him, he'll go back to 1950 and give me a breakdown of this. I feel like if you love music, that's his perspective on how your music sound. You shouldn't take it personal. But he was at Rolling Loud this weekend in Inglewood, right? Was it Inglewood?
Yep,
right? And he got into a little altercation. He got into a little scuffle. People are proud and happy, like me. I'm happy, but a lot of people was making fun of him, saying like he don't really know how to fight. But I don't care. A win is a win. Right?
So what does dude do? Do he rate? You said rater. Did he rate music?
Yeah.
He rates music. He got LA rap report card. He got New York report card. He got Atlanta report card.
Whoa, okay.
He got all the report cards. He just rates rappers, grade their music and give them feedback on their music as far as is it good or is it bad. But he's just blunt and he's honest about it. Maybe because he loves his craft. That's how I look at it.
Is that why they beat him up at Rolling Loud?
Yeah. No. I feel like he got okay. You tell me.
Giving niggas F's and shit. Come here, nigga.
Tell me it was a 1-on-1 to me. He beat old boy up. He beat him up, and then they jumped. So you tell me if that's a win. You got beat up. I don't.
So a straight dude got beat up by a gay man,
and his homie jumped in.
And then his homie jumped in like 3 or 4.
The dude who kicked him in the head supposedly is supposed to be a DJ at Power 106, because I don't know if y'all saw Power 106 entered the chat, because Dijon, not only did he talk about the fight, he outed the DJ basically for kicking him in the head from Power 106, but then he started going in on the fact that Power 106 doesn't have any Black hosts, DJs, nothing.
Agree.
They don't. I tried to apply to Power 106. I know they racist.
So PY, since he do the grades, what would you grade his squabble up? What would you grade it?
See him stand up for himself, and even the fact that people talk about him because he's homosexual. He stood up for himself. It didn't seem like none of his people was around, and he took soon as the dude hit the ground, now his homies want to jump in because your homie just got beat up by a homosexual. It's like, come on, bro. At the end of the day, he stood up for himself. I give him an A. He get an A++.
Shout out to my boy Dijon Paul, man.
I don't know why guys be thinking that gay dudes can't fight. It's a dude, no lie, I'm not kidding you.
They the main ones that know how to fight.
It's a dude named Larry, Gay Larry from Third World in DC. Nigga got them hands, be beating the shit out niggas that be playing. Be beating shit down niggas' legs. I'm not kidding.
I give him an A for having heart. I give him a B for the overall fight. I give him a D for I guess what, stability, like, cause he fell, he fumbled a little bit. If he didn't fall, he would have really got old boy. But
the leg was a little loose.
Yeah, but overall, I would honestly give him an A. I'll give him an A. Overall, I'm glad that he
stood on business.
Yeah, he stood on business.
Okay,
he stood on business. But I wanted to know the initial conversation. Why did they even fight? And like you said, P.Y., where was his team? Like, Dijon Paul, where's your team? Where were you?
Going to different videos, and the comments is like, where was your security, or where was your friends? Where was your homies? It was something else where supposedly the situation came about because the guy didn't like the grade that he had got on a report card.
I told y'all, I knew it.
You know, so
niggas so sensitive. These niggas now, this would be making me mad, right? About real, I'm not gonna say real men. I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect the community like that. But about straight men. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but a lot of them, these niggas. They so emotionally unintelligent. They so sensitive.
Give
niggas
a percentage.
Give a percentage of the men in the world. I say it's about 70 billion men. No, it's probably less than 70 billion. I say about out of 20 billion men, it's probably more women in the world than men. I say about 20 billion men, a percentage of bitch ass niggas is probably about 65%. That's high.
Damn.
That's a high number. 65% is pretty high because these niggas they get so sensitive. The women got more tough skin than the men nowadays. Like, for real, you know what I'm saying? People talk shit, they brush it off. They ain't that sensitive. But these niggas, man, they so fucking emotional. Like, god damn.
I think so too, because it's like, maybe you don't have nothing else going on. And I say that because, okay, like myself, right? People have said derogatory things about me, as far as me rapping. And my thing is, when people have called me a fake ASS rapper or you ain't SHIT, when people say those things to me, my thing is, I can go to my computer, I can go to my phone, I can pull up ASCAP. I could show you where my music is. I could show you my deposits. I could show you every quarter. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be secure. And I feel you, Smiles. You have to be secure within yourself as an artist, because if you don't have nothing else going on, and maybe you depend on that outlet, to maybe get your name out there. He probably took it as you hating, you from LA, you supposed to support, woo, woo. But at the end of the day, if you popping, put more music out, do bigger moves. You feel me? Yeah. Who cares? I personally, I don't give a damn about no report card. I applaud him for what he's doing, for the content and the platform he's creating. Yeah. But if you're an artist and you take that personal, put out better music.
About their music, because why I feel like, and then I'm gonna let you finish, Jamie. I'm sorry, but I feel like people are extremely emotional about music because that's not really their passion, right? I think a lot of people see, and I did a exit exam paper when in college, and so basically people see music as a quick scheme to get money, right? And so it's a lot of people that are artists right now that are not really passionate about music, right? So they're just putting out whatever, you know what I'm saying, that they think is going to pop and get them some money. So you have a lot of so the music industry is saturated with a lot of non-passionate artists, and because it's so saturated with non-passionate artists, it has the perception to the world like it's so many people making so much money off music when in reality it's these shitty fucking rappers and artists that are saturating the music, but because they are consistent with their craft and the bullshit, it makes the other artists, I feel like, not really get a view because they may be putting out that same traction, but it's not bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hey Damo, look, I added 100 to the drink. Hold on.
Yeah. My second topic is AI hurting us or helping us? I don't know.
You can't answer your own question, bro. You gotta let us answer.
I feel like I was trying to. I feel like it depends on what situation, right? These new kids nowadays, like at my school, they chat GBT everything. Me, I want the source. I want to know where to reference it from. So I got a book and I'm actually looking at the book and I'm doing this. But then at the same time, is like when I want to fix my resume, I'll just put it on chat GBT and say, summarize my resume or update my resume. And she do it all within 5 seconds. But educational wise, I feel like it's definitely hurting us. I just literally got introduced to ChatGPT because when it comes to this AI stuff, I'm scared, y'all. Like, they can take my voice now. Like Smile said a while back, like they can put your face and it just look real. Everything
they're
doing
that now. They're doing it. They deep
yeah, they're doing it. So I feel like for our youth, yeah, it is hurting us. But it depends on how you use it. But like I said, I know kids that they chat GBT everything, to the math questions, to write me a report, write me an essay, write me a thesis, like everything. So
I like chat GPT. I don't think AI is a hindrance, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, right? The schools really don't be teaching you for real what we learned in our generation as far as like research and doing the what you call it, the footnotes, adding the bibliography. If I said what's a bibliography to these little motherfuckers right now in school, they'll look at me like what is a Bible? You talking about a Bible? You know what I'm saying? So for me, because I've had that type of education, the chat GPT, my motherfucker go to. You know how professional I be writing them emails? I just tell the chat, look, this is what I want to say. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bop. And guess what? The chat GPT lay it out for me.
I agree with you on that. I
do the resume joint. I'm about to do that. I'm about to do the resume joint. I'm about to update my resume. Boom.
I agree with you on that. But what about like educational wise? Like I feel like
it can be a benefit. It can be a benefit because guess what? The kids, you have to know the type of style, a generation of kids, the learning style. These kids are visual learners. So if you got the AI, you know what I'm saying? I bet you I promise, I bet you kids that use the AI, they retain that information more. Why? Because you have to put in info to get info. So they got to read it. They got to put
don't agree.
down. I think AI, you disagree?
I disagree, educational wise. You remember when you were younger and you had to have common sense? No, seriously. When you were younger, you had to problem solve. I went to public school. I don't know about nobody else schooling. I went to public school, predominantly Black teachers, Ambler Elementary, Curtis Middle School, predominantly Black. So what our education was, we actually learned. So yeah, my grandmother, she's still teaching. She has a master's degree, a lifetime teaching degree. So it was different. When I was growing up, there were skills in school that you got awards for. Okay. You had to know how to read at a certain speed. I used to always get that award. Kids today can't read. Keep it
right. Cause they making rap music saying, yeah, I dropped out of school at the 4th grade to get this in these streets and get this money.
But think about it. Kids today can't read. A child can listen to an audio book and you'll ask them a question. They can dictate it word from word because they heard it. But if you pull the book out and ask them, read this book right here, they're stumbling over words. They don't do speed tests and all that in school like they used to. When we were growing up, you had to have comprehension skills. You had to know how to understand something, right? So look, comprehension. This joke, this white guy told me today, right? He said, I went to the doctor yesterday. Listen, I went to the doctor yesterday. The doctor told me I was going deaf. That news was hard to hear. Now, listen, for me, I ain't using my comprehension skills. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, really? I'm sorry to hear that. He said, use your comprehension skills. Listen again. So he told me the joke again. Then that's when I laughed. Instead of actually listening to what he said, I went to the doctor. He said I was going deaf. That news was hard of hearing. If I'm going deaf, I can't hear it, nigga.
I got it. Doing smiles. That's what I was saying. Educational wise, it's hindering our kids, bro. It's bad.
Research.
But from a business aspect, like
because if you're talking about education, ChatGPT, when I was growing up, we had to actually do research. We had to actually look at what we were reading and put it in our own words. These kids, you're able to go to a computer, type me a paper about triple bypass surgery, how it started. How are you learning?
Yeah.
You didn't research that.
You gotta read it. You gotta read to the chat GPT.
No, you don't. All you doing is copy paste, putting it on the paper. That's plagiarism. When I was growing up, that was illegal.
It is kind of plagiarism.
That is plagiarism.
I mean, technically, no. Like, okay, it is, but it's not because technically, you are doing the research. You just may not be providing maybe the footnotes to where. But sometimes even in ChatGPT, it'll give you the source. It'll give you the source.
But how are you doing the research? How are you using your mind? That other side of your brain. That's my thing. These kids today, it's like you're being dumbed down with technology. At the same time that is helping you, it's hurting you. How many movies, how many shows you gotta watch? You feel me, to where everything go to shit. Excuse my language.
I had to speed read.
Y'all didn't have open court in school?
Yeah, I had that.
We had reading fast. They weren't doing speed reading.
Y'all didn't have hooked on phonics.
No, I was at the top of we had tests, right? Okay, in Maryland, in PG County, Maryland, we had assessment tests for reading. Now, I placed in the high percentile of my class, like 5%. Not in my class, but of the state of Maryland. So that's how they assessed us. We didn't have like you read fast as shit and then tell me what you comprehended. Curtis. Damo said Curtis. What's that mean? You understand that? What's that?
Curtis Middle School. Look it up.
Oh, Curtis Middle School. Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
And thank God, like you said, not a lot of kids. Well, most schools don't do that anymore. But I thank God my son's school still does that. Maybe it's up to the teacher. I don't know.
You have to know the style of learning. The problem is people don't know the learning style of kids, right? And so everybody think it's a colloquial learning style for all children. No, it's different.
Nigga spell colloquial. Colloquial.
COLLIEQUAL. If I'm not mistaken, colloquial.
PY smart. Is she correct?
I don't even know colloquial. I'm over here trying to
means a universal. Something that is universal. It's like a word. Like, for example, if I say I'm a spank you, that's a colloquial word that is known to everybody because it means like you putting belt the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like what is it? Colloquialism or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you talk about you said learning styles. When we was in school, the special needs kids wasn't in the classrooms with us, right?
No, we had in my school we had comprehensive.
I agree with you.
And then we had a higher one above comprehensive. So and then special ed is different. So you had the higher
Because I'm just saying, like how you said different learning styles. I was in the magnet program. So you had kids in the magnet program. Then there was a regular program. So you had kids in the regular. Then you had special needs. The special needs kids had their own teachers, their own aides. Everybody got their own learning. In school now, everybody in the same class. Everybody is on a different level, and the teacher sitting there trying to, okay, I gotta teach to these kids. How I'm gonna teach to these kids? When I was growing up, everybody was catered to differently. That's what I'm saying.
Agree.
I don't know how everybody else was raised. I went to school in California, Carson, California.
California school system is way better than out here. PG County school system is shitty, bro. The shit's so shitty, man. The shit's fucked up. You really have to have that mindset, I think, as a kid to really want to do better. DC, believe it or not, has the best school system.
The lack of like teaching because of the wages, or like you said, it's too much. Because I came from California, Watts, and like you said, we had the magnet program, the slow people, I'm sorry, but you know that side, the regular side. But now it's like everybody's bunched in. Is it because of the lack of teachers caring now? Because I had great teachers, and I went to Locke, I went to Crenshaw, I went to Henry Clay, I went to Trinity Elementary School. So
I'm gonna tell you this: my homeboy Crump is a teacher, right? And he teaches in New Orleans. He is a passionate. He teaches IEP, which is what you would
consider. There you go, IEP. There you go.
IEP class.
Grandma for her students. Yeah.
So he teach IEP class, and the kids in the IEP class in New Orleans off the motherfucking chain. They so off the chain, right? The teachers and the principal don't even know how to control these kids. And the reason why they in IEP is because of behavioral issues. It's not even that they are slow of learning. It's really that they have bad behavioral issues. So I think it comes down to teachers not even having that type of passion like your grandma did when she first got into the school system, or still has as a teacher now. But a lot of teachers now are younger, you know, of our generation. So, you know, a lot of us, we don't really have patience for badass kids and shit like that. And that just make you not want to teach. Like, for real, he tell me like he wants to even change his whole even situation with being a teacher. And that's what he went to school for. So I'm like, shit.
So
it's the parents. It's these fucking parents. As the world turns, as DC turns, as DC turns, the shit is getting crazy in DC, y'all. Every time, I swear, I feel like the DC doing shit just so I can have something to talk about. Okay, so boom. Last time we talked with, I told y'all that Gizwap, which is an artist from 37th, he just came home from prison, and you have a lot of people like Ant Glizzy. So Ant Glizzy is a popular DC dude, right? But he's a street dude turned YouTube blogger. So his opinion really holds weight in our area where we at, you know what I'm saying, as far as different things that happen with artists and different drama situations. So Gizwap went on to a streaming platform, who is up and coming streamer, like a Casanet, you know, type of streaming person. So he went on to his stream, and Pre kind of put Giz in like one of those clickbaitable ass questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how when you go on the podcaster knowing you got some drama going on, and then he asks you some weird wild ass question that you know is gonna make people tap in. So he asked the dude Gizwap, he said, "Do you fuck with Ant Glizzy?" Now Gizwap is from 37. Mind you, Shy Glizzy is from 37. So all of the artists he in some way has a hand in putting them on. You know what I'm saying? He put on No Savage, Gizwap fuck with No Savage, Real Tough. So they all, you know, working. So Pre having to ask Gizwap, "You fuck with Ant Glizzy?" Gizwap like, "Who? I don't fuck with no hot ass nigga." And so when he said that, everybody was like, "Oh, he called Ant Glizzy hot and shit." So
what does that mean?
Oh, so hot. Being a hot nigga like a rat, like what they call him Big U and Whack 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call it a hot nigga in DC. You a rat for sure. And then so Gizwap was basically saying he don't fuck with Ant Glizzy because he be on his YouTube streaming platform tipping the police. And what tipping is like basically dry snitching about different street situations that occur in DC. And Gizzbop is somebody that goes by the old law, I'm assuming, of DC, which is you don't really want to talk about shit that happened in the streets on platforms. But Ant Glizzy put out a YouTube countering what Gizzwap said and was like, how he gonna call me hot when he making rap songs about Drake, which is the gun, and about about killing people, or about shit he's done. How am I hot when he basically making music that's tipping, and he fucking with people that's been in situations, I guess, that got locked up. So it's a lot of drama surrounding that with Gizzwap and Glizzy, but hopefully, Gizzwap don't feed too much into the YouTube video that Ant Glizzy dropped, and he continue to make music, because I feel like Ant Glizzy right now, I feel like he really hurt for real. He really hurt that he not fucking with Shy Glizzy, that him and Shy Glizzy really haven't made amends, and that Shy Glizzy has really like said fuck you. And the way Ant Glizzy moving on the internet is like off some bitter baby mother type shit for real. Like this nigga always got that man name in his mouth.
I'm about to follow all of them. I need you to send me their Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the YouTube Barber Son TV. That's the Ant Glizzy joint. Shout out to Q the Fool, because Ant Glizzy also tried to throw dirt on a PG County nigga named Q the Fool, who was an artist, and tried to say he hot. But I did my research and I put out the information showing that he wasn't hot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get
something they do out there, like if they beefing or they get into it, like they throw that on somebody, like, oh, that he a hot nigga, like.
This nigga in particular, they do that. Yes, everybody do that, especially in DC. They quick for when it comes to like Maryland, PG County artists. It's a thing like in DC, like, okay, for example, in South Central would be y'all have a line like the people from the IE is different from the niggas out in South Central. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that type of situation. So niggas in DC come from a lot of low income and poverty, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of high crime in DC because it's a city. And then Maryland is a state, so it's a lot bigger, but PG County is a county inside of Maryland. And so a lot of pockets of Maryland kind of is like it's almost like a South Central too, because in South Central you have pockets of like real good suburb areas, and then you have pockets of like hoods that you wouldn't know. So PG County is kind of like that. So DC be kind of like trying to say like Maryland artists aren't official because they don't have like real high crime. I guess they don't see high crime or like drugs or like niggas getting locked. I don't know what it is, honestly. I can't tell you, but that's what they try to draw the line with a lot of DC artists and Maryland artists. But
I like to hear y'all lingo, because when you said hot nigga, I'm thinking like he the shit. Like I'm a hot nigga.
That nigga a rat. If a nigga call you, if a nigga from DMV say you a hot nigga, you a Bama, he disrespecting you. He's saying you a Bama, like you a chump for real. You a buster. A Bama is like a buster. You know what I'm saying? And then if I call a little joint a Geechee or a duck, if I call a nigga a duck, this is specifically for men. If you hear me call a man a duck, it's disrespect. But I'm saying he's a homosexual man.
A duck?
Yeah.
A duck. Okay.
Yeah. That duck ass nigga. That mean he a gay ass nigga. No offense to the gays, but
we need an episode on As DC Turns where you just talk about the lingo, like you give us because
that's why that's why I be on her. Like, what does this mean? Like, break it down, because hot, when you say hot nigga, I'm thinking like he a fly hot nigga, like. But okay, got you though.
Yeah, hot nigga man. But that was all for As DC Turns. It was something else that happened, but I can't really think about it. Oh, this artist named RG Simba, he's incarcerated. He's a popular artist from Mo County. He just recently got arrested for a gun charge. I'm not sure why the people around these niggas is not like moving smart. I don't know, but
bye, you guys.
All right, see y'all. Hey.